So let's see what's going on. Anyway, so welcome to the Feminine Flow. So today we really wanted to see how this time will work for us. So we're going to give it a few seconds, a few minutes to see if this is a good timing for all of us. We are changing, hey Esther, we are changing our sessions. We used to have our sessions every Friday from 8:30 p.m. Kenyan time. And now we've listened to your thoughts, your requests, your feedback, and you ladies are telling us you want to go dancing on Fridays. So we respect that. So let's see. Does this time work for us? So thank you. Welcome, queens, princesses, empresses, countesses, and every type of presses that's there. So I'm going to give us a few seconds to join. And let's see. Let me see if it helps. Oh, okay. I hope that's better for the lighting. Let's give it a few seconds. And yeah. In the meantime, let's find out how have you been? How have you been doing? The last time we had a session was a few weeks ago, and we had to take a break for a few weeks because we wanted to take a break to practice what we studied in the first cohort. And then now it's time for us to go to the second cohort, and we are going to take a deep dive. Look, my hair. There's always something going on. So we are going to take a deep dive into the second cohort, and it's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait for you ladies, queens, to join us. It's very windy. It's a nice, warm, sunny afternoon in Nairobi. I don't know where you are. Let's know. Let us know in the chat. Cool. So as people are joining us, I know this is like a very heavily commuting time for most of us. We commute at this time, and we wanted to see, can it work if we are doing our sessions while commuting, or does it? Because when we sent you the survey, you sent us back several options, and we wanted to play around to see which is the best option for us. And it's just for fun. It's just for joy. If anything is not giving you joy, it's not worth it. So we do things for joy. We do things for the feminine flow. Remember, guys, you need to be in the group. But however, for today, let's see. Let us see. Let's give it a few more seconds as we watch what's going on. All right. So for today, because this is a vibe check, we're not going to stay for too long. It's a vibe check. It's not a training. It's just to check how people are doing. And if you're not able to join right now, you can always, write later and let us know how you're doing, how you've been since, is it 3 weeks? 3 weeks since we last had a session on Friday. I think it's 3 weeks. Yeah. So how have you been? I took some days off the session so that I could go and also become a student. I wanted to be in my receiving era and just to receive um, more learning, more education on topics that are very dear to my heart. And now we're here, we are ready to share. We've had 2 competitions going on Wednesdays, so we didn't just disappear. We've had 2 competitions going on in the WhatsApp group. And basically, congratulations to Doreen and to Dinah. This was really, really cool. And I hope you enjoyed your presence. I hope your presence remind you of the queens that you are, because you're queens. I mean, really, Dinah, thank you so much for blowing up our Instagram. Thank you, Doreen, for your grace, for your confidence. It's really just amazing to be in the midst of women like you and to witness you. You give me a lot of joy and a lot of psych for life. So, if you're going to join later, don't worry. Let us know if this time works for you. Nairobi time, 7:30 to 6:30 while you're commuting. Does it work for you? How do you feel about it? Because we used to have 8:30 to 9:30, but we have a lot to say. So most of the times it was going beyond 10 sometimes. And we got your feedback and you said, okay, we need to do it earlier and a different day. So we were thinking together with the team and we were thinking, let's try midweek when people are not, so in the mood to switch off from gadgets. And then let's try before you get home. I mean, we are women. When you get home, you become a different, it's your other job. You become a different animal, so to speak. And we wanted something that might not be super interfered with the activities in the house. So let us know if this time works for you. Cool. So I see a few people have joined. If you want, you can put in the chat where you are, where you're listening from, where you're joining from, what are you doing? Are you in traffic? Are you um, are you in traffic? Are you in a bus? Are you in a matatu? Are you on a motorbike? Are you driving home? Are you walking? Are you cycling? Are you crawling? Because the day could have been a day that ends in a crawl. So thank you, blessed one. I see your comment. Yes, it comes from resting. I've been prioritizing rest. I'm so excited for cohort 2 because we are really going to dive deep. Cohort 1 was amazing. Thank you for your feedback. Cohort 2 is going to be even amazinger because now we can have a dedicated space that we can discuss, deeper topics. We can discuss in a way that doesn't get interfered by little people or people that shouldn't, legally be hearing some of the things we are saying because we are grown women. And so it's going to be a grown women space, cohort 2. We are going to dig deeper into the foundations. So, let me see. So, today wasn't going to be a heavy session. Let us know if you can hear me, if you cannot hear me, etc. I'm also checking some comments on my phone. But I wanted to tell you a little bit, I wanted to give you a sneak preview of the cohort 2. Listen, it's going to be very, 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 very interesting. Okay. Especially for topic, which topic? I mean, I'll put it in the chat and you'll end up choosing, because for me, the topics that I think are going to be interesting, you might have other topics that you think are going to be interesting. So I think what you're going to do basically for cohort 2, as I said, we are going to dig deeper, but we also wanted, because cohort 1 was really how to be happy, how to be joyful, what are the foundations, what are the basics. Cohort 2 is going to really dig deep to some uncomfortable topics, deep reflection, deep unlearning of things. So I want you to come with your brevity. What is braveness? Whatever. Wait, I need my Queen's English, so I'll remember to have my crown for these sessions. So we need to be brave for cohort 2. Why? Because we are going to meet the wounded feminine, which is us. We are going to talk about our feminine energy, how it manifests when we are living in we are operating from a wounded feminine energy. That's going to be topic 1. We're going to discuss meeting the wounded feminine. And what does that mean? What does that mean to be a wounded feminine? And then we're going to discuss about the dark feminine as a power. What does that mean to be dark? Because, a lot of times we are told dark equals bad. But we are going to discover, is dark feminine energy a bad thing? Or is it a power? So our first theme is going to be the shadow work. We are going to do some shadow work for feminine energy. We are going to do some shadow work. We are going to do the inner work. This is where we always start. And then we are going to go to the second stage of cohort 2, which is going to be the alchemy. Have you heard of the alchemists? I think there's a hotspot called the Alchemist in Nairobi. But we are going to talk about the alchemy of sensuality. Please make sure your children are sleeping early. I don't want problems, okay? The alchemy of sensuality. That is going to be our part 2. What does that mean? How do we awaken pleasure pathways? I'm not going deeper into that. And then the sensuality as magnetism. How do we stay magnetic in our sensuality? As feminine energy women, how do we stay magnetic? Using our sensuality. Remember these topics, we went through them in the first cohort. Now this second cohort, whatever we learned in the last cohort, we are going to know how to use that information. So how do we use sensuality as magnetism? That's going to be phase 2 of cohort 2. Are you following? And then phase 3 is going to be feminine radiance and charisma. Feminine radiance and charisma, that's going to be our phase 3. And then we're going to talk about how do we radiate from within. I remember we did this in cohort 1. I hope you remember. How do we radiate from within? And then we're also going to talk about how can you master the art of feminine presence so that you naturally magnetize without trying. So we said as feminine women, we don't chase, we attract. And when you say we don't chase, we attract, we're not talking about the chasing or attracting men, we are talking about opportunities. Are we chasing opportunities or are opportunities chasing us? So that's what we're going to be discussing in the phase 3. And we're going to discuss how to actualize our magnetism. How do you actually make it real? So now from the delusion to the reality, because it starts with a delusion. And then, which phase was that? That was phase 3. I don't remember. Well, and yes, it's phase 3. There's a lot going on in my environment. And then we are going to dig deeper into our feminine presence. How can I naturally attract everything that was meant to be mine without hustling, without the hustle culture? Okay. And we're going to talk about clever things to do. And we women, we have all the tricks. We have folklore, we have all the tricks, and we are going to use all the tricks. So think of anything. We are going to try them this time. Then we are going to move to phase 4, which is going to be the most requested topic, magnetizing love. So I know this was highly requested last time. How do we magnetize love through embodiment? How can you become the woman love desires? What does that mean? Becoming the woman that love desires. How do we do that? And then we are going also to talk about how to create feminine polarity in love. Exploring how the masculine and the feminine energy dynamics create attraction. How do we create attraction, harmony, intimacy? How do we go into that? And it's going to be a no children episode. I can't wait. This is going to be exciting. And then we are going to enter into phase 5. So basically we have 7 phases. If you're wondering when this is ending, we are going to enter into phase 5, and it's going to be about receptivity. Which woman doesn't want receptivity? Receiving as a feminine birthright, power, whatever. Are you ready to receive? Because we a lot of us in cohort 1 were saying, I'm a firstborn. I don't even know what I need, so I don't even know how to ask for it. So we are going to explore that, not to explore firstborns, but why not? But we're going to explore what are the mentalities, socializations we have received as women over the years that have expected us to be hyper independent. We don't need anyone. We don't need to ask. And we feel so uncomfortable to receive. You remember the stories we had in cohort 1? We had so many stories, so many examples and scenarios. We are going to see in this 4 weeks break, 5 weeks break, have we improved? Are we open to receive love? Are we open to be cherished? Are we open to be supported? What's going on? So are we open to allow others to rise? And by that we mean, are we allowing others to rise to the occasion, to show up, to rise to the occasion with ease, with warmth? That's going to be phase 5. And then phase 6 is going to be releasing the hustle culture. This is something that came up last time, the hustle culture. I mean, do you remember growing up how we used to hear things like, I'm looking for a hardworking woman to help me build? And can you see how that culture has now is really facing trouble right now? Because women are opening up to the fact that it's not about how hard you work. It's not about working hard. It's about being smart, resting before working. It's about really being soft, because we now understand that our bodies do not respond very well to stress. And we are going to give ourselves the most softest, most joyful route to wherever the destination is. And so when we talk about releasing the hustle culture, we are talking about how do we value ourselves? What is our worthiness linked to how much we have hustled and not even, had time for ourselves to take care of ourselves? Is that how we value ourselves? Is that how we get the sense of worthiness? Is productivity really the the destination? Is what is productivity, and why is it that we are just like chained to proving our worthiness through productivity? Okay. And then from the hustle culture, we want to shift into ease and flow. Remember, this is the feminine flow, ease and flow. So that's going to be phase 6. How can we be disciplined in a way that is soft, in a way that is warm? I know that we say that we are an underground battalion that prioritizes rest, but we are not really in the army. So for us women, who rest more in our feminine energy, we are like soft discipline, rituals that give us joy, rituals that are aligned to our feminine flow rather than the hustle culture. And you're going to dig deeper into that. What does that mean? Are you hearing it for the first time? Did you hear it in cohort 1? Were you there? What does this mean really now? How can we dig deeper into that topic? And we're going to see how. And then we are going to enter phase 7. Phase 7. And phase 7 is going to be about designing a signature soft life. So before I go deep into phase 7, I want to let you know, which I should have done in the beginning, but there are so many beginnings. So every step can be a beginning. So this cohort is going to take us 3 months. It's going to be a 3-month cohort. And by the time we are coming to phase 7, we are going to be already in the new year. Remember, phase 6 is releasing hustle culture. And I know a good number of us it's going to be December, it's going to be the holidays, people slaughtering goats, cats, everything. And I want my queens, my princesses, my empresses, my countesses, and all types of tesses to not fall into the norm, to not fall back into the norm. The norm being, I want to be everywhere. I want to be the one slaughtering. I want to be the one cooking chapatis, mokimos, and even sewing new dresses for everyone in the family. So can we have a different December? Is that possible for us? Or are we so deeply conditioned that for December to happen, I need to be everywhere, running as fast as Flash and solving everyone's problems? So this is going to land on December. We've tried to organize it in that way so that how can we have a different holiday season? And then after December, after you've cooked everything and your hair is smelling of roasted meat, then we come back to January. Now we come to January. So in January, we'll be creating a roadmap for 2026. Creating a roadmap for 2026. And when I say 2026, I already see my roadmap in mind. I already see what I want to achieve for 2026. And not just seeing, but already feeling in my body. Remember, we talked about sensuality, we talked about feeling, manifesting through feeling. Because when I mentioned 2026, I already felt, oh my God, 2026 is going to be a blast. We're going to have so much fun. There's a lot of joy waiting for us because you know what? We've done the inner work. we've done the outer work, but we've also done a lot of inner work. And looking at the feedback you shared with us, and we are so grateful. When we were reading them, we were like, oh my God, this is exactly the reason why the Feminine Flow group was opened. So for 2026, we have done the inner work in 2025 and 2026. As we manifest in phase 7, we are going to manifest and feeling, because now we have learned to believe our intuition, feeling the joy, the fulfillment that is coming through the new year. So phase 7 is going to be about designing a signature soft life. And here we will need, a lot of inner work, reflection, clearing our minds. And I would really, really advise you to get your journals ready. We have a few journals left that I would really want us to start afresh together. Our journals for 2025 are full. We are going to have a moment to have a look at they're almost full, they're not yet full. We're going to have a moment to look at the year that has been, all the joys, all the answered dreams, prayers, all the answered manifestations, all the comments from your friends about how much you've changed, how much joy you now exude, how much confidence. We're going to have a moment to have a look at the year that has been and designing 2026. And I cannot wait to do that with you, because I'm going to be doing that as well. Oh, 2026, good things are coming. So we're going to create our vision for 2026. Whether we're going to decide, are we going to have a vision board? Are we going to have a manifestation journal? And I can't wait. I'm so excited for that part. And then we are going to be doing our final integration, becoming you. You have done your vision board. So how do you be how do you hold your own hand? Because now I'm thinking about the inner child, and you're holding her hand and you're walking towards becoming the you that you have manifested. And here we will have to do feeling exercises. What do you want to be? What are you manifesting in your next phase? The last phase was the introduction. Now you're getting better at this. Now you're trusting yourself, you're trusting your intuition, you're getting better at seeing your value. So how do you become you? Look at this here. Look. I can't even tell. Like, why? Why do you keep moving so much? I Wait. Now the camera is facing the different direction. Good. So, who are you becoming? Uh, and we are going to discuss about that. So we are holding our own hands. We are holding our friends' hands, because as women, we are moving together. And it's so much fun when we move together as women, because you look at your friend and you're like, wow, the way you dress these days. And you're like, wow, these days you're so calm. Like, this thing would have really, really pissed you off. And you see your friend and you're like, did you really enroll for your PhD again? You had given up for years. And so the point is, we are moving together. But it's we have individual journeys that we have to respect, and we are here to do them with you. To do the journey with you, we are journeying together. And let me tell you, as I've been taking this break, yes, I've been studying a little bit more, digging deeper into some topics, but also I have been doing life coaching with a few women, one-on-one coachings, and I'm so glad. Like, I'm so happy about this part of the journey. When I sit here and I'm talking to all of you, I'm just seeing your comments. But then when we do one-on-one coaching sessions together, and we create goals, we create things to do, and you see the woman just softening, the woman just curating a heaven for herself, and just softening and really realizing that life is meant to be joyful. And then you see the woman sing, just calming down the what is it called, the metamorphosis. Yeah, my God, my teacher would be so proud. The metamorphosis of a woman in the hustle culture, and how she's changing into taking care of herself like she's her own daughter or her own niece. It's just amazing. Aish, the dogs have started. So as I've been on a break, we have been doing some work with some women, and I'm so happy for that. I'm really, really happy. If you want to enroll for one-on-one coaching, I can only take maximum two for now, because we are going to be busy with the cohort 2, and then let me tell you something. We are going to announce, Esther and I are going to announce very soon our new website. So, as I promised you last time, we are going to have the new website, and we are going to have our sessions on YouTube so that you can be able to watch even later. But for these sessions, we are going to be, so the group has a number of people, but for these sessions, for you to be able to access cohort 1, cohort 2, we are going to create an exclusive group, and it's going to be charged. It's not a high cost. I don't know if you can hear me above the dogs. It's not a high cost. I was about to say it's not a high dog. It's not. Let me know if you can hear me, or if the dogs are making too much noise so that I can wear headphones. Can you hear me? Are the dogs too loud? These are TFF dogs, because every time we have a session, these dogs will start joining us. Okay, in the masculine energy or in the feminine energy? I have no idea. Okay, so the dogs are always joining us for our sessions. But I was saying, so for the new cohort, we are going to be charging 2,500. This 2,500 is going to give you access to cohort 2 and cohort 1. You'll be able to see videos from cohort 1 and cohort 2, so you can be able to refresh as we go into cohort 2. So when you pay, Esther shared the number on the group. When you pay to the number, you will be given a link. So this is not going to be an open YouTube link. This link for today is an open YouTube link. If you're having a vibe check day, we are going to have an open YouTube link. But if you don't have the membership, you will not be able to access the cohorts, the videos, the training, the discussions, etc. And I would really not want you to miss out on that. So once you send the 2,500 to the number given in the group, Esther will follow up with you, and she will confirm you as having registered. And when we have our first session on the 15th of October, you will have already received the link to join. So our next cohort might not be, I mean, we are manifesting more people to join, but it will not be free and open as cohort 1 was. Okay. What else? So, what are we doing next? Cohort 2 starts on the 15th of October. I was so used to typing on Google Meet. 15th October is the premiere. Oh my God, for cohort 2. Yay! I have no idea what's put. So 15th October is the premiere for Cohort 2. For you to access Cohort 2, it costs 2,500. You send a message to Esther. Esther confirms you, sends you an official email. Celestine, you're saying not. I don't know what not means. Not what. So Esther sends you an official email and confirmation. Then you get the official link to the next live session. Then, in the next coming days, we are going. What are we going to do in the next coming days? Yes, we are going to launch. We are going to launch the website. So I will call you back again. We'll have another session to launch the website. And then, well, we are going to launch the website coming soon in the next coming days before our cohort 2. The website obviously is open to everyone. You can share. The link today is open to everyone. Please share. If you want to know the payment details, they're in the group. And Esther, I don't know if someone can paste here. I will paste it later in this link. And let's see. Good. So now, any questions? Any questions? Esther, did I forget anything? Where are you joining from right now? Have you arrived home? Are you home yet? In the link, this link can be shared. This link can be shared. Today's link can be shared, yes. Today's link can be shared. What else? Celestine, you said noted. That's cool. Let me just say to join cohort 2. We have details. We have details in the to join cohort 2. 2,500 shillings. Two. Okay, so very soon we are going to have a more inclusive payment method that can actually accept international pay. So we are hoping by the time we are done with the website, this will be possible. But in the meantime, so this is in the coming days. In the meantime, you send to 0719 966 100. And you will receive a registration email. Okay. All right. Let me see. Dinah, you're home already. Very, very nice. Okay. I think we are good. Any questions? In case of any questions, please put them in the chat and we will be checking them in the next few days. Okay, so that marks the end of today's thingy, vibe check. Let's know what's happening, what are you doing, how are you spending the space between cohort 1 and cohort 2. And thank you so much for joining. We talk later. Stay safe, warm, soft, and well maintained. Take care. Bye bye.